think you can see the screen. So Samuel Hahnemann, 10th April 1755 to 2nd July 1843. So this last moment, how you are planning to study is you want to revise the maximum. So when you're going through some pioneers, you have to try to recollect their date of birth and like death date, and also if it is a Materia Medica remedy, you can try to recollect the common name, all the details about that. So whenever you go through some questions, you have to do that. So today we are going to discuss regarding the major works of Samuel Hahnemann, the lesser writings and the major writings, and the chronic disease, the various editions, the publication years, and the important points, and Materia Medica Pura, the various editions and the publication years, and also the important points related to that. So, and also the Organon of Medicine, different editions. So at a glance, all the information you will get in a mind map. So this is what we provide in our course. One important aspect of our course, mind maps in Materia Medica, and also in Organon also we'll upload. So we'll see directly regarding the major works of Hahnemann. So other works and lesser writings why I have kept is before the major magnum opus work like Organon of Medicine, or the very important works like the Materia Medica works like Materia Medica Pura and chronic diseases, Hahnemann wrote small essays and dissertations, and also some prefaces in Bonning-Wassen's repertory, etc. So the important ones I have listed here. So you can see a 1775 dissertation in Latin, Prince School, the wonderful construction of human hand. So you have to keep this in mind, very, very important. 1775, Hahnemann's work is the wonderful construction of human hand. And in 1779, after 4 years, his MD thesis he published is Erlangen University to get the MD, a consideration of etiology and therapeutics of spasmodic affections. Then in 1792, one of the major work which is of very, very importance in the current COVID era also, Friend of Health, 1792, because a lot of instructions regarding the the communication of diseases, how to eradicate the endemic or epidemic fevers, all those things, and what all things to be taken, precaution to be taken by doctors or nurses or the people who are attending. Everything is mentioned in Friend of Health, the lesser writing. 1792, the first part was published. And in 1793 to 99, Pharmaceutical Lexicon was published. So these are all important in case of repertory also, Organon also. So in 1796, the birth year of homeopathy according to Richard Hill, because Essay on New Principles for ascertaining the curative powers of drugs. That is also a very important lesser writing of Hahnemann. It is also published in 1796. And in 1801, Cure and Prevention of Scarlet Fever. If you see the aphorism footnote, aphorism number 33 footnote and 73 footnote, you can get details regarding the cure and prevention of scarlet fever, purpura miliaris, etc. So that is also important, 1801. And in 1805, 3 major works, Fragmenta Diviribus Medicamentorum Positivis, Sive Insano Corpore Human Observatis. So that is the first collection of drug provings on healthy body. In an aphorism footnote, Hahnemann is giving the first fruits of this proving is written in Fragmenta, and the more mature fruits in the chronic disease and Materia Medica Pura. So that way this is important because it is mentioned in Organon. So 1805 Fragmenta. Esculapius imbalance, another one important lesser writing where Hahnemann speaks about is he was fed up of the systems and he was against the rule that the medicine can be dispensed only by pharmacist, etc. So that is mentioned in Esculapius imbalance, 1805. Again, one of the major work, the precursor of Organon, which is mentioned by the in the translator's preface by Dudgeon, the Medicine of Experience and Essay on New Principle, both precursors of Organon according to Dudgeon, and that is there in 1805, Medicine of Experience, and in 1808 on the value of speculative systems of medicine. So 1808 on the value of speculative systems of medicine, and 1832 one of the important writing in repertory area, preface to Bonning-Wassen's repertory of antisoric medicines, 1832. So that's why you can see in the 153 footnote, aphorism 153 footnote, Hahnemann is praising Bonning-Wassen's work in the field of repertory for getting easily access to the characteristic symptom. 1832, preface to Bonning-Wassen's repertory of antisoric medicines. After that comes the magnum opus of Hahnemann in homeopathy, the Bible of homeopathy we can say. So Organon of Medicine, 1810 to 1921, 6 editions. So 1810 first edition, and 1819 second edition, 1824 third edition, 1829 fourth edition, 1833 fifth edition, 1921 posthumous edition. That itself is a question. After the death of the master, posthumous edition, 1921 sixth edition. So regarding the sixth edition, some important history is there. That is mentioned by James Cross in his introduction to Borwick's translation, the English translation of sixth edition in 1921. That is also important as far as homeopathy competitive exams are concerned. 1921 sixth edition and the translation of Borwick, and like the introduction written by James Cross. So this is about organ of medicine. And if you see chronic diseases, three editions, or you can say first edition 1828 to 1830, 4 volumes work, and in 1835 to 1839, 5 volumes work. But at present you can see only 2 parts. First part is theoretical part plus some medicines, and second part is practical part, fully medicine. So that is a 2-volume book of chronic disease, 1828. That's why it is important. The year first volumes or first editions, first volume is very, very important. 1828 chronic diseases, because chronic diseases came in 1828, and 1829 you can see the 4th volume of Organon was published. 1829. After 1810, 1924, 1829. That's why some of the aphorisms are first appeared in 4th edition regarding the chronic disease. In 1829, if you see, in the fifth aphorism came in 4th edition for the first time, and in 5th edition aphorisms like 74, 75, 76 regarding the artificial chronic disease first appeared in 5th edition. So such changes or additions which appeared in the Organon of Medicine, which are mentioned in the appendix part, is also important. And you can revise Materia Medica Pura years, like the first edition came in 6 volumes starting from 1811 to 1821. 1811, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. This is not so important, but 1811 is important. First edition's first volume, 1811. And second edition, 1822 to 1827. Some books say 1828, but 1822 to 1827. And the third edition, the present one which you see, is 2-volume book, 1830 and 1833. First volume and second volume. First volume contains some important lesser writings also. So you can see in the Materia Medica Pura, if you have it in your hand now, what you see is in the volume 1, translator's preface. Then comes the author's preface from volume 1 of 3rd edition. It is taken from the 3rd edition, volume 1. Then Spirit of Homeopathic Medical Doctrine. That is a very important article. Spirit of Homeopathic Medical Doctrine, from volume 2 of 3rd edition. What is important is Spirit of Homeopathic Medical Doctrine is mentioned in the first volume of the 3rd edition. Then preamble from volume 2 of 3rd edition. Medicines, according to Ipecac. So sometimes this itself is important. That can be a question actually. How many medicines are there in the first volume of 3rd edition? 37 medicine. And Materia Medica Pura second volume is one of the important article, or the follow-up article of Spirit of Homeopathic Medical Doctrine, you can say. Because in 1813, Hahnemann wrote this article, Spirit of Homeopathic Medical Doctrine, and many people with half knowledge, they criticized Hahnemann. So Hahnemann wrote a reply to that, nota bene for my reviewers, in 1817. So nota bene for my reviewers, that is there in the second volume, 3rd edition, second volume. An examination of the sources of the common Materia Medica, that is added in the second edition. Then a reminiscence. These are not so important. The Medical Observer came in 1825, a fragment. It is written like a fragment. The Medical Observer, a fragment. It is there in the second volume. And how can small doses of such very attenuated medicine as homeopathy employs still possess great power? This also is there in the 3rd edition, second volume. And medicines are from Ledum to Verbascum. These are important actually. Ledum to Verbascum, Acone to Ipecac in first volume, and Ledum to Verbascum in second volume. 30 medicines and 37. Total 67 medicines. So this is a gist of Samuel Hahnemann's major works. So you can also do your own mind maps while studying, and we will also try to add maximum useful mind maps in the courses. So you can try the courses. You can see the videos and the materials in the preview actually in the course section. So that's all for this class. All the best wishes.